Hi everyone, enrollment part 2 in TuitionEP. First time we talked about kind of high level, setting things up. Now we're going to get into the granular and have some fun. Talk to you in 10 seconds. So in the first part of this kind of overview of enrollment, we talked about setting up your account. So I talked about the different phases for your enrollment pipeline. I talked about the financial aid steps, some of the form checklists you can add or not add if you want to be notified, as well as adding it onto your website via JavaScript. Next is kind of setting some fun, I'm not going to say fun, but kind of setting the goals for what your campus is going to do this year. So I always recommend say, okay, how many kindergartners do we need? Typically kindergartners, you need a lot because typically it's going to be a new, unless you have pre-K or K-prep or something like that, or a child care center. You typically want to have that in the 20 range. I'm saying in a school average, maybe 200 students, 150 students, something like that. Let's say 10 first graders, we're going to need 8. Fourth graders, let's do 12, 14, 14. Now, here's the thing. That's a lot of new students. So maybe this is a bigger campus. Maybe this is 500 students. It doesn't really matter the numbers. I'm just throwing numbers in that, hey, what is the enrollment goal for our campus for this upcoming year? 150, I would say it's probably a bigger school, probably about 500-600 students. But again, adjust it to what you see fit for your campus. Now, the other thing is the capacity. So although you want 20 kindergartners, you can actually go up to, in this case, 24. So, that makes sense. Now, first grade, even though we're only going for 8, let's say we already have 28, I don't know. And that's the capacity. So we have 20, we're going to get up to 28. Second grade, let's do the same. Do the same there. Let's go up to 32. So these are a little bit bigger classrooms. 36. Maybe it's 2 different classrooms as well. So you can kind of see how you can kind of adjust accordingly. There we go. Okay, so we got up to maybe 404 students. Enrollment goal, that's a massive number. That enrollment goal is too high. I think admissions people would be hating this video. But the whole idea is make it make sense for your campus, set the goals that are attainable and can be achieved by your team. Okay, I'm gonna save that out. Now I'm gonna go into, so I've been in settings this whole, both first part of the video and now the second part. I wanna actually show you the enrollment features here. Once you come into the actual enrollment module, you can see a lot more. Let me close this out real quick so we can see this. Okay. What's cool about enrollment is it allows you to really have your phases set up appropriately. So we call it fun open house. I call this the inquiries phase, where you have students that fill out that form that you can drop on any JavaScript on any page. They would actually populate in here based on what grade they pick, email, and contact phone, and obviously the parent's name. Now remember, crowns denote the parent or the guardian, the guarantor of the account. At this phase, we don't know who they are. They could be anyone coming in from anywhere. They might not even be a fit for your campus, but they filled out a form for some reason to inquire about your campus. Once they go here, I always recommend you have them fill out some type of inquiry form or application form to get more information. They then move from this column, Funhouse, to application. So let's click into Reagan real quick. You can kind of see, we don't have any information. We don't really know anything about them. But once they fill out this information, the ideal is that they should be putting in information about their kids. So in this case, you can kind of see we have 7 open applications that they're filling out the applications, putting in information, whatever the case may be. Little Purple Lowe, I don't know. You can even go in here and see financial aid. You can add notes, sent application, whatever the case may be. You can email them. What's cool about this is even though you're emailing the Little Purple Lowe, you're actually going to, in this case, the parent's Dr. Lowe. So you're actually emailing the parent at this phase. Really, we obviously avoid emailing students unless you're a college or university or a different type of business. In the case of K-12 independent schools, typically you are emailing parents. Then obviously at some point you trigger them to move into the last tier. I always call this the enrollment contract, or kind of wrapping things up. And you can see that their progress is filling in nicely. You can kind of see if they've been approved. Okay, this particular student's on a full ride. We denote a couple things about tuition. it's either full ride, in a sense they're not paying anything, discount, or full tuition. Discount is they might get 50% off. Full tuition is they're paying everything. Full ride is they're not paying anything. They're on full, some type of full scholarship. So if you have to search for a student, I'm just going to type in nanny, and you can see it filters out everyone, makes it really nice and really convenient for you to do searching. Let's just type in Javon, so you can kind of see as soon as you start typing things in, it clears out everything and just shows you exactly what you need at your fingertips. I'm not hitting run, I'm not hitting enter. You can do the same thing. You can search by a date range where you put in the date range. You can also search on what financial aid process they're in, if they're processing or denied, or whatever the case may be. Let me see if anyone denied. Okay, so well, obviously a fun open house, they haven't even applied yet. Let's see who's been approved. Okay, so there's a couple have been approved. So you can kind of see it. It's really powerful in the sense of the way it filters quickly. Last but not least, I do want to show you the reporting, full reporting suite that allows you to kind of get a really high level, but you can kind of dig in nicely and see how things are going. You can also select the school year, so you can have all your school years loaded up. I think I set 2023. Yeah, so here's the year I set, 2023, 2024. So you can kind of see how all the applications and leads would come in. Who are the students that are continuing, that are already on campus, and who are the new ones? Obviously, we set some lofty goals. Of enrollment goal is 20 here, so you can kind of see we got a ways to go. But then over time, as you work through this year to kind of hit your marks, you'll see new students come in, which is really nice. And then the recently applied, it will kind of give you a cue there. If ever you have to switch students into a nurture or not a fit, very easy. Any student that's not a fit, let's just go to this one that's clearly a test. Let's put them in not a fit. So we're going to put FBBD, whatever. Put them in not a fit. You can see they're here. Where are they? FBBD. Okay, I don't know where they went, but the whole idea is that, or did I put them in nurture? I don't know where I put them. I don't know where I put them. But the whole idea is you can move students in and out. Let me do little purple Lao. Let's move the student to nurture. Little purple Lao is, there you go, little blue Lao. Well, that's the name of the kid. So the whole idea is you can move them according to a way you see fit. It makes life very easy and helps you kind of organize your dashboard and your enrollment environment. Hope this helps. It's a really powerful tool. What's nice is once they enroll, kind of that last phase, you can actually push them into enroll student. What it does is it takes the parents, puts the parents in a profile, puts the student in the student, and then you can start setting up and assigning fees. Really, really powerful. Keeps everything nice and tight. They can fill out forms. It denotes all the forms. You can add documents. Really gives you a lot of flexibility to how to run your enrollment process. Hope you enjoy this. I know this is a little bit longer of a part, but I want to break it into two to kind of help it be a little more digestible. One thing that's nice, we help you set up and kind of look at what you're currently doing and just make suggestions. Obviously loading your contracts according to the way you guys run your school. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out or leave a comment below. Thanks so much. Have a great day.